In our last episode, we brought you a behind-the-scenes look at what it's really like to be an underwater videographer. We had been in Oahu for a few days, and now that our work was mostly done, it was time to enjoy the finer things in life that the island had to offer.
Sweetly sailing by the sea, silver caps the ocean. We'll be sailing free. I don't know this notion, but I know it to be true. I just can't. If you ever find self
With our work obligations behind us, we drove up to Oahu's famous North Shore. This part of the island is known for its funky surf culture and world-class waves. But during the summer months, when the swells come mostly from the south, it actually makes for some pretty sweet diving conditions.
Welcome to Shark's Cove. Dun-na, dun-na, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
We are at a spot called Shark's Cove on the north shore of Oahu, not far from Sunset Beach. It's a really special dive for me. This was actually my very first open water dive. Yeah, a long time ago. So, if you didn't catch one of our earlier episodes, this is where I grew up, as in I went to high school here, and this is where I got certified to dive. You know, we're on the north shore of Oahu, famous surf spot, so it often gets washed out with surf, especially about this time of year. So I am shocked, honestly, that we have a day as flat as we do. So I'm pretty excited. This site is known for a lot of swim-throughs. The topography is really cool. There's a thing called the elevator, which is I think like a 20-foot shaft that goes down and then has a couple openings through it. But to be honest with you, I haven't dove this thing in a long time, and I don't really remember it. It's one of those where it's one of your first dives, you're completely oblivious to what's going on around you, you're just following the leader. So this is actually gonna be my first time going and doing this one by myself. So
See where Nate popped his scuba cherry. I hope she's still pretty.
yeah, this is the one that started it all for me. The obsession. Careful, could be you. Let's go. Really good. Stick your butt in the camera. That's going in. That's going in.
I can just picture it now. A little 17-year-old Nate scurrying about, swimming through these very coral gardens we look at now. And he was so cute. How does it feel to be back in your old stomping ground?
Pretty awesome, man. I've seen all the old regulators, all the fish I used to know. I've seen hello. There's Carl. Let's go see him. One of the first of many swim-throughs over here.
Lately I've been thinking so much about the way she changed forever my life.
I've noticed on this dive, now that we've had these masks for a while, I've started breathing through my nose like throughout the whole dive, which is really weird, and I don't know if I ever thought I would do that. Ooh, it's really cool in here.
All right, well, we just got out, and that was an awesome dive. You know, it took us a minute to find like all the swim throughs and stuff. That was really fun. Sharks Cove, check.
There's two things in this world that make my heart sing. One is scuba diving, and the other is a parking lot full of food trucks. Both of those things are happening today. Scuba diving makes me crazy hungry. I don't know how many of you out there are divers that are watching this, but every time I finish a dive, I am like ravenous. I don't have pants on, I just realized I need to take care of that. So many options.
May all your mermaid dreams and wishes come true.
We got to talking about our first scuba dives. Today, Sharks Cove was my first dive getting certified. My first open water dive, they call it. But my first actual scuba dive was a road trip with my dad to Mexico. We had a boat that had never seen the ocean, which was not seaworthy, I don't believe. And we drove 36 hours to a little place called Kino Bay, which is down the California Baja, the Sea of Cortez actually, like right in the middle there. So it was a 36-hour drive from Salt Lake City, Utah. That's where I grew up most of my childhood. Yeah, we put our boat in the water. This was my first time really being in the ocean. And I was tiny. I was 14, and I probably weighed like 100 pounds, if that. And for whatever reason, I had like this terrifying thing of jellyfish for no reason. I'd never even seen a jellyfish. Everybody assured me, no, there'd be no jellyfish. When we got there, the first thing I see is the biggest jellyfish, to this day, the biggest jellyfish I've ever seen. So I wasn't too stoked to get in the water. And this guy named Wally, I don't know if you're still around, Wally. It was a while ago, but you see this, I remember you. Wally he apparently was real old school, maybe an instructor, maybe not, I don't know. But he had converted a fire extinguisher into a scuba tank. It was super small. It had some straps on it. There was no BCD. They threw this on my back, put a regulator in my mouth, and then they tied a rope to my leg and they pulled me down to like 40 feet. And I remember a sea lion and bull seal coming up. You know how they do. Well, maybe you don't. They charge towards you, and they kind of like test your boundaries, and they zip in and out of focus, and they go upside down, they blow bubbles. Well, as a 14-year-old kid, I was absolutely terrified. But I loved it at the same time. That was my first scuba dive. I feel like it was unique. I feel like it was dangerous. Definitely wasn't PADI approved by any means, but it, yeah, it's a very big memory of mine with me and my dad. So that was my first actual scuba dive. I don't know if all of you guys are scuba divers or soon to be scuba divers or just live vicariously and love the ocean. I don't know, but I am curious. You know, what is the first scuba dive you did? Was it orthodox? Was it crazy? What was it? I am very interested about that, so leave them in the comments. I'd love to read them. I will read all of them.
We're going on a hike. Nate probably doesn't know the name of where we're going to.
Moana Falls.
It's probably the same letters. It's Manoa Falls.
Moana Falls.
Moana.
We're gonna go find the heart of Tahiti.
Tahiti. And no one knows how deep it goes. Also, I'm air drying my shorts out the window because we did laundry today, which was fantastic. But I forgot that I washed everything. I didn't have anything to wear except for my dress, which isn't very comfortable to hike in. So I'm air drying the shorts. We'll be back in business in no time. And this is where we're going. Look at that. Look at this beauty over here. I think I read that some of the scenes from Jurassic Park were filmed. We can see them on the hike. So if I saw it on the internet,
Well, that's
it's
cool.
true. Hey, handsome. Hello. Listen to the birds already.
I think that's a raptor. Na 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 na.
It's so lush. I'm having like camera overload right now. I want to film like every single thing around me. Don't know what to do with myself. I can definitely see why they filmed Jurassic Park here. This is exactly how I imagined the dinosaurs rolling around in this kind of territory.
This is incredible.
I feel like this isn't even real. It's so beautiful.
It started raining on us a little bit.
Luckily we're under like a full-blown canopy, so it's actually raining a lot harder than what it feels right now. You're so regal. Wait, did you hear that? Maybe, what was that? What was... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! I'm gonna die! Oh my god, oh my god! Whew, it's that time. It's time to pack up all of our stuff. Packing is the thing that I hate the most about what we do, and I really don't enjoy it. It's also very hot in this house, but we gotta do it. Oh, all the things. We have a lot of chargers. That's only a portion of our chargers that we have. Look, I am your father. Alrighty, we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Do it. Bye, house. See you next time.
We made a quick pit stop at a quirky little bar we heard about on our way to the airport. With the boozy, fruity goodness in our bellies, it was time to make the short hop from Oahu over to Big Island.
Time for Big Island. And it's probably the most scenic airport view I've ever seen, actually. We're here.
Hi, Tipsy. Hi, Jim Poochie.
Hi, little fur babies.
Come here.
And we made it. And I'm not sure why, because we got really good sleep last night. But I am so tired. I'm so happy to be here. And Nate went to go, I don't really know. He went to go do something. I forgot what he said. Big Island's so cool. I'm really happy that we're here. It's such a cool place, and there's so much to see, especially underwater, and I'm getting so excited to think about the endless possibilities of things that could happen while we're here. So I know it doesn't look like it because I'm so sleepy, but I'm actually so crazy stinking excited right now, and I hope you guys are too. And now I'm gonna rest for a minute. I'll see you guys later.
Hola amigos. I just wanted to let you know that today's episode is coming at you directly from Tulum, Mexico. Nate and I have been here diving and caving and van camping and ancient ruin exploring, and it's been pretty freaking sweet. Nate had to go back and do some work, but I'm going to be hanging out in this area for another couple of weeks. Just editing and diving and just enjoying this incredible part of the world. So if you want to see what we're up to in real time with pictures and videos and stories, then follow us on Instagram at drenched_divers, and you can see all the fun stuff that we've been up to. Also, don't forget to write in the comments about your first time scuba diving. And while I've got you guys here, I'm just gonna tell you my story really quickly. So when I first started traveling about 10 years ago, I used to guide horseback riding tours, and I was on my way to go work at a farm in Australia. And I found some really good flight deals to do like a stopover in Indonesia. And so I was on this little island called Gili Trawangan, and it's like this tiny little island. There's no cars. It's really beautiful, and there's not a whole lot going on there other than scuba diving. So it was my birthday, and I thought I would give it a go. And so I got certified, and I saw turtles and sharks, and it was this mind-blowing, eye-opening, life-altering experience and an introduction to this world that I just had no idea existed. I grew up in Kansas, which is about as far from the ocean as you can be in the United States. And I didn't even see the ocean until I think I was like 12 or 13. And literally the very first time that I set foot in the ocean, I got stung by jellyfish all over my entire body, and I had to be hospitalized for it. So, needless to say, I had a pretty rocky relationship with the ocean there for a while. Up until I learned to scuba dive, and at that point I realized how much cool stuff there is down there, and that none of it's out to get you. And now I can't even imagine my life without scuba diving. So anyways, that's my story. Leave yours in the comments. If you are newer to the channel, then definitely subscribe to follow along with our journey. And if you want to get a notification each time we put out a new video, then you just click, there's like a little bell next to the subscribe button, and you just click that, and you'll just get like a little notification when the videos come out so that you don't miss any of them. Anyways, thanks for watching as always, and have a wonderful day, and we will see you again very soon.
Tune in next time as we introduce you to some of Big Island's coolest critters and insanely beautiful destinations.